Hey guys, welcome to my class. Today we are going to dive into the fascinating world of Shakespeare's Othello's summary and critical analysis. I will start with Act 1, Scene 1, which is packed with intrigue, conflict, and critical themes. Let's first picture the setting of the scene. It's a dark, quiet street in Venice. Suddenly, we hear raised voice. It's Iago and Rodrigo, deep in an angry conversation that creates an atmosphere of secrecy and tension. Now, let's get introduced to the characters who are moving the scene forward. Iago, he is Othello's assistant. He feels angry and bitter because he did not get the promotion he wanted. He is cunning and bitter. Rodrigo, he is a Venetian gentleman in love with Desdemona and heartbroken over her secret marriage to Othello. And finally, Brabantio, he is Desdemona's father, a Venetian senator who is shocked and furious when he learns about her marriage. Now, have a glimpse of the plot overview. We see the play opens on a dark street in Venice where Iago and Rodrigo are having a heated conversation. Rodrigo is upset because he has been paying Iago to help him win Desdemona's love, but he has just learned that Desdemona has secretly married Othello, a Moorish general in the Venetian army. Iago, who is also angry, reveals his frustration about Othello's decision to promote Cassio to lieutenant instead of him. Iago feels he deserves the position because of his loyalty and experience. To get back at Othello, Iago plans to create trouble. They decide to walk up Desdemona's father, Brabantio, to inform him of the secret marriage. They hope that Brabantio's anger will cause problems for Othello. They shout outside Brabantio's house, rudely walking him up and tell him that his daughter has run off with Othello. At first, Brabantio does not believe them, but when he checks Desdemona's room and finds her missing, he becomes furious and feels deeply betrayed. He gathers his servants and decides to go after Othello. The scene ends with Brabantio and his men heading out to find out Othello, setting the stage for the conflict and drama that will unfold throughout the play. Critical analysis of Othello Act 1, Scene 1, Introduction to Key themes. This scene sets the stage for themes of deception, jealousy, and racial tension. We can spot these themes as we go along. Now, let's go for the character analysis. First of all, Iago, his duplicity and manipulation. Iago's true nature is revealed in the very first scene. His bitterness over Cassio's promotion tells us that he is cunning and manipulative. This is highlighted by his line, I follow him to serve my turn upon him in Act 1, Scene 1, line 42, which shows his cunning nature and foreshadows his deceitful actions. Expert Harold Bloom describes Iago as Shakespeare's most consummate villain, emphasizing his skill in manipulation and deceit. Bloom, Shakespeare, the invention of the human. Then Rodrigo, his desperation and gullibility. Rodrigo is desperate and easily manipulated by Iago. His blind love for Desdemona affects his decisions profoundly. Expert A.C. Bradley notes that Rodrigo's blind passion makes him an ideal pawn for Iago's scheme, illustrating how easily love can be exploited. Bradley, Shakespearean tragedy. And finally, Brabantio, embodiment of racial prejudice and shock. Brabantio's reaction reveals the racial prejudices of that time. He describes Othello as an old black ram in line 88, highlighting societal attitude towards interracial relationships and portraying Othello in dehumanizing terms. Expert Edward points out that Brabantio's language reflects the deep-seated racial anxieties of the Elizabethan era, underscoring the play's exploration of race and otherness, said in culture and imperialism. Key points in Othello Act 1, Scene 1. Very first, Iago's manipulation. Iago uses provocative language to make Brabantio angry. This is significant as it shows Iago's manipulative skill. Then, societal prejudices. Brabantio's reaction and language underscores the racial tensions that play a critical role in the story. And finally, Character motivations. This scene effectively introduces the main characters and their motivations, setting up the central conflict of the play. In short, we can say Act 1, Scene 1 of Othello establishes the groundwork for the tragedy. Iago's deceit, Othello's outsider status, and societal prejudices foreshadow the tragic events that will unfold. Thank you for joining today's lecture. I hope this detailed summary and analysis of Othello's Act 1, Scene 1 has provided you with a deeper understanding of the play's opening. But what's your thoughts? Share them in the comments below. And stay tuned for our next classes where I will continue to unravel the layers of Shakespeare's Othello. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in depth literary analysis. See you soon in the next class.